Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, there is a red subscribe button. Click it so you can see every time I have a new video. So today is another Tip Tuesday, but we're doing something a little bit different. I am going to talk about or list and tell you guys the 10 baby names that I love but won't be using. I know that it's hard when you're trying to come up with names. It's definitely stressful, and so some of you may be looking for suggestions. So maybe one of these names you'll really like and use for your baby, or somebody you know, you might suggest the name. But I didn't realize until I was pregnant how hard it is to pick a name for your baby. You start thinking like, this is a name they're gonna have for the rest of their life, and you want to make sure it's a good one and that it fits them. And I struggled so hard to find a name for Mia Rose. It took me a really long time, but these are the names that I really like, but unfortunately will not be using for any of my children. So I have 5 boy names and 5 girl names. So I will start with the boys' names. When it comes to boy names, most of the names that I like a lot are biblical names. I'm a real big fan of biblical names. I don't know why, I just love the way that they sound, and some of them are just not used as much. So I really like that. So those are the names I mostly tend towards because I feel like they're a little bit different. But that goes to my first one, and my first one is Noah. I think Noah is just such a cute name. I've met some cute little kids with the name Noah, and it's just a sweet name. But it is the name of my nephew. So my sister had a baby. He's just 3 months old, so he's 3 months younger than Mia Rose, and his name is Noah. So for that reason, I wouldn't be able to use the name Noah. Number 2 is Jaden. I just really like it. I don't know what it is. I like a lot of names that start with J though, but I like the sound of the name Jaden. But my cousin's son's name is Jaden, so I guess for that reason I don't want to. I feel like it's just like when certain people have kids and the names are too close to you, you feel like if you use it, it's like you're copying, or I don't know. It's just, I don't want to do that. So Jaden is out. Number 3 is Matthew. I really like the name Matthew. I don't know what it is about the name. I just really love it. But for me, it's a little bit too common. I've known quite a few Matthews. I know people who have kids named Matthew. I just feel like it's a very common name, and I just want my child to have like some sort of a different name. So for that reason, I wouldn't use Matthew. Number 4 is Kai. I think Kai is a really cute name. It's different. It's unique. You don't hear it a lot, but it doesn't really go with our last name, which is Hun. And I found that there were a lot of names that I really liked but didn't go with my husband's last name. So that's the reason why some of the names get cut off. I just feel like Kai, Hun, it just doesn't have a nice flow to it, so I won't be using that one. Number 5 is Jason. Jason is a really nice name. Again, another J name. But my husband had a high school friend named Jason, so I don't know, I don't know. There's that too. There's just a lot of names of people that you know have that name, and what you think of that person, and then those names can't be used anymore. So those are my 5 boy names. For my girl names, I really love classic names for girls, especially like English names. So those are the ones I like tend towards, and some I would still use, so they're not on this list, but some I wouldn't. So number 1 is Victoria. I really like Victoria for a girl's name. I just feel like it's very feminine. It's very, like, I like really, I don't know, like, I want to say like delicate, like names that are very feminine, very dainty, pretty names for girls. But I don't like the short form of Victoria, which a lot of times I guess somebody would say Tori, but a lot of people would say Vicky, and I don't know, I just really don't like Vicky as a short form, and that for me makes me just not want to use the name Victoria, because I don't want to hear people call my baby Vicky. I just don't like it. Number 2 is Poppy, but I feel like it's a little too much. Like, I just feel like it wouldn't really suit our child, and Poppy Hun is a little bit, I don't really like the way that sounds, but I really like the name Poppy. I feel like it's different. I feel like it's just very cute for a little baby girl. Number 3 is Leah. I really like that name, but I know somebody whose daughter has that name, and I also feel like it is a little bit of a common name, so for that reason I wouldn't want to use it. Number 4 is Ella, and Ella was actually on my short list when I found out I was having a girl, and Ella was on the short list, and we were cycling through names for each week. We were like using a name to see if we felt like it suited her, and I really liked the name Ella, but I just felt like it was missing something. Like it just didn't feel like it suited her, and I don't think it's a name that I would kind of revisit. I feel like a lot of those names on the list that were my short list, I feel like I won't recycle them for another baby. Even though I didn't choose them for Mia Rose, I feel like I just wouldn't recycle a lot of them, so I probably wouldn't use Ella. And number 5 is Nevaeh, and Nevaeh is, as far as when I looked it up, it's like a made up kind of name. It's heaven spelt backwards. And I feel like I don't know anybody with that name. It's not used often. But I just didn't feel like it fit her. And I was like, Nevaeh Hun. And I kept going over it. And the more I said it, I started to feel like I don't think I would use that name anymore. But I really like it. I think it's beautiful, it's different, it's unique, but just probably not for me. So those are my 10 baby names that I love but won't be using for any of my kids. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know what baby name you loved but couldn't use for whatever reason. I'd love to know, and I'd love to maybe get some more baby name ideas for the future. And if you guys aren't already subscribed to my channel so you can see every time I have a new video. And I will see you guys next time. Love you guys. Bye.